One of the most important plant species along our coast in preventing erosion and protecting wildlife is sea oats. In fact, sea oats are considered the signature plant life at the beach. They're one of the few plants that can live and flourish in this harsh, salty environment. David Nash, a cooperative extension agent whose area covers southeastern North Carolina, is heavily involved in coastal vegetation.
Sea oats is the best native plant we have in the coastal Carolinas. It's an excellent plant to collect and stabilize the sand, building the dune in the process. They're well adapted to the harsh environments, the lack of nutrients and water holding capacity of the sand, the blowing sand.
The towns of Oak Island and Caswell Beach have implemented the planting of sea oats using Nash's system.
We've gotten real good at growing sea oats. When I first started, it took about 16 weeks from the day we seeded to grow a plant 18 to 20 inches tall that was ready to transplant to the dunes. We can now do that in 7 weeks from the day we seed to the day it's ready to go to the dunes.
To implement his planned plantings, Nash needed a local farmer to produce the volume of seedlings needed and had a way to get them planted. That's when he contacted Steve Mercer and his father, local flower growers who have the greenhouses for growing the sea oat seedlings and the equipment to plant them along the coastline.
From all aspects, the learning curve on this is immense. It is a crop that very little research has been done on. Everything you learn in-house. If David Nash can't give you an answer to it, you're the true trial and error, learning by fire method works.
He has several greenhouses devoted to growing sea oat seedlings. That's where Mercer and his family process the seeds as well. Mercer's new business is coming along, and his market is not just local municipalities.
Our individual beach homeowner market is probably the fastest growing. As state and federal funds have been diverted to other things or basically dried up over the past 5 years, the homeowners have had to take over a lot of what when we first came into the business, what was being handled by municipalities. So that's probably 80% of our time is not in the greenhouse. It's in the field working with individual customers.
He has advice for others who might want to give growing sea oats a try.
Well, I'll tell you the same thing I heard on the Grand Ole Opry one night: don't quit your day job. I think the demand for our product will continue to grow as more and more people understand the importance of what our plants do. Once we made our decision that we were going to commit to this, and once we saw what David had put in place and the amount of commitment he made to it, we knew we were going to commit to it. We knew we were going to make it work. And I mean, that was a decision my dad and I made. We sat in an office one day and said, we'll bet the farm on it, and we did. We totally diverted production space, time, and energy out of the commercial flower business into the sea oats and dune vegetation, and made it work.